The great thing about X2C is not just being able to generate code from an Excel spreadsheet, but also being able to prove that the code is fundamentally correct. So let's take a look at how this is implemented in X2C. Let's suppose I have three values, 1, 2, and 3, and I decide to calculate their sum in another cell. So when I come to map the cell to a function, you'll notice that I will automatically generate the mappings for the three dependent cells, which have been made automatically for me. So I have a mapping for the function itself, and I have the mappings for the cells at A1, A2, A3. So having done this, I can go into preview and look at the preview for the C# language, for example, and you'll see that there is plenty of stuff here. So first of all, in the globals, that's where the actual functions go. Well, we only have one function, but we have three cells that it depends upon, and predictably enough, we're doing a sum here. However, the thing I want to point out is the unit test file. Essentially, this file is prefixed by the timestamp when the unit test was generated, and what it does is it assigns the values which are currently in the spreadsheet to all the dependents of a particular function, and then it tests this function. So here, for example, we do an arrange where we set the values of sheet A1, A2, A3 to the values 1, 2, and 3, and these values are taken from the spreadsheet itself, and then we act by actually calling the function, having satisfied all of its dependencies, and then we assert that the result is equal to the expected value. In this case, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is in fact equal to 6 within some predefined tolerance. So you generate these sorts of unit tests whichever function you make. So for example, I can make another function which is an average of all the cells up above. So this takes a dependency on three scalar values as well as a function. I can once again press the function button here to create a mapping for it. And if I go into preview for the C# language and I click on unit test once again, you'll see that there are now two tests, one for the function we've already made and one for the function we've just made. And here you can see that in the arrangement, the system has determined that we have a dependency on A1, A2, and A3. Once again, we call the function which takes the average of 1, 2, 3, and 6, and it predictably enough gives us a value of 3, and that is another unit test that we have generated. So the takeaway from this is that X2C will automatically generate tests for the functions which you make as you map out your cells.